Hello, this is Charles Parrish. In the middle of doing some more creative art, and what I find that this is the best way that I've discovered to open up your creative right side of your brain and get prepped for talking to people. That is, not just any person, but people who are actually selling their real estate. And I always keep in mind that there are areas that we as investors want to discover and know about. And one of the areas is about the seller himself or herself, the property, and the financing. And I believe that if you can focus on these areas, you're going to be able to understand the motivation of the seller and be more prepared to make an offer. And of course, opening up your right creative channel is important too, because it certainly will motivate you to continue your quest for an equity profit. Now, I mean, some people are known as equity hounds. They look for that one golden nugget that has a potential of a home run of $40,000, $50,000. So the important thing is about the property. What's not really important to know is, how many bedrooms, how many baths. What I want to know is, does a house need any cosmetics or repairs? And if so, what would they be? So now you want the seller to let you know what the negatives are about the property, because it's going to make your job easier as an investor once you acquire this information. And the other thing is, what do you think properties are selling for in the area? I always like to know that. It's a cheap way to get comparable sales and to understand the motivation of your seller. Because he might say, the one across the street sold for $200,000, and he might say, but of course mine needs a lot of work. I doubt if I'm going to get that. So now you're getting clues to what he wants without asking what he's asking for the property. Does it need any cosmetics or repairs? And they're going to tell you. And sometimes I might say, well, if you had $10,000 put in a property today, where would you put it? And they might say, I'd put in a roof and so on. And the other thing I want to know is, has a property been listed before? Now, this is an important question because I want to know how long they've been trying to sell the property. And I'll follow up with, how long has it been listed? Can you tell me why the agent was unable to sell the property? So they're going to give you some hints there. And some of the answers might be, the agent is an idiot. Or the agent was a friend, or my mother. I probably really shouldn't have listed with them. The next question is, how long has it been listed? So you want to see how long it's been listed, and if it's been listed with any other agents to find the motivation. And the next question is, are you the owner? Are there any other heirs in the property? Can you make a decision? And the type of properties, is it a townhouse, a detached, commercial? Is it a lot? Is it a non-conforming piece of real estate? A piece of real estate that really doesn't fit in the cubbyhole of lenders, and that might be a mixed-use property, or a property with apartments up and commercial down. And I might want to ask, what are some of the selling features of the property, or what's the highest and best use of this real estate, and see if we can get some answers there on that, so we can say, okay, it's commercial, but you've been using it as residential. All right. Does it need any cosmetics or repairs? And what would you do to improve the property? How long has it been listed? Why do you think it didn't sell? Is it listed now? When will the listing expire? Because basically what you want to do is deal directly with the owner, not with the real estate agent. You don't need a buffer between you and the decision maker. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to not deal with real estate agents at all, but for your best control of the situation, you want to deal directly with the heirs, so that when you make a decision to buy it, you want the decision maker there to sign the property. Now, the financing is so important. Now, what I need to know is how much is owed on the property, number one. Is the mortgage current? Are you behind in your payments? Has the bank threatened any foreclosure? How many payments in the arrears are you? Have you filed bankruptcy? Have you been communicating with the bank? What's the balance of it, the mortgage? And I'd like to know what the payments are and the interest and the terms. The reason I want to know that is because maybe I can take over the mortgage, not on assumption, but subject to. Now, of course, my goal is to create some equity profit, and I can't do that unless I know all the information about the mortgage and the property, the payment, and the interest rate. Sometimes I will say, are you in a position to take back an annuity? That is owner financing. And this is always great because owner financing is a plus. It's easy. You don't have to jump through the hoops that banks tell you about. It will facilitate your making an offer. And one of the things I might say is, if we could put together an offer, can you help with financing? And also, I always want to ask, do you have other properties you'd like to sell? Oftentimes, we'll get other properties other than the target property. So, Charles Parrish signing off now. Stay in touch. Visit me or send me an email at charles@investorsunited.com. Thank you. Bye now.